I think I've started this video over and over like 6 times already because I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I'm just gonna be me. It's really hard for me. I'm trying not to cry. Like I'm so trying. It's really hard for me to make this video because you guys know I'm a very strong person, you know? I stand for strength. I make sure you guys don't, you know, commit suicide, or you guys try to be the best person you can be. And it sucks that this past year, 2019, that we're in, I got so mentally unstable and weak that I tried to end my own life. And it's really hard for me to say, because I don't stand for this, you know? I'm not gonna say what things happened to me this year or what triggered me, but 2019 has by far been the most painful year of my life. I didn't try to commit suicide, but I almost tried, if that makes sense. I'm gonna tell you guys about the night that happened. I'm not gonna say when, but it was this year. I was going through this wave of sadness and like depression, anger, that I forgot how to be strong. And that's not embarrassing, but I'm mad at myself for it because I don't stand for this. And I know you guys look up to me. And as I almost did what I was gonna do, I thought about you guys. And I was like, you don't stand for this. You know, your supporters are like waiting for you every day. What's gonna happen if something happens to you, you know? There's not gonna be any more Salice Rose. I was going through this wave of depression, and after weeks went by, I suddenly lost my mind, in a sense. I grabbed my car keys and then I went for a drive. At around 9 o'clock at night, I just started driving. And I was on my way to church. Church is already closed, it's 9 p.m. But one thing about me, I always go to church, whether it's open, closed. If it's open, I go inside. If it's closed, I just sit in my car, but I'm outside of church, so I feel like I'm okay. I'm always at church, fun fact. So I grabbed my car keys and then I just started driving. The drive from my house to church is like about 25 to 30 minutes, depending on traffic. It's very far, actually. The emotions I was feeling as I was driving to church, it wasn't okay. I felt like I had completely lost my mind. And I felt like what I was going through was never gonna like go away or stop. And I was so depressed that I was like, if this is never gonna go away, like maybe I should. Because I don't know how to deal with this anymore. I don't know how much time has to go by for me to be okay again. So I was 7 minutes from church and I had just passed a red light. Mind you, there's like no cars on the road. It's late at night, like I told you. Church is already closed. So like the way how I get to church is like a very like, it's like a back way. It's like pretty secluded or whatever. I passed a red light, like after the light went green, of course, I made a left. And then like I was just driving. And then I rolled down all my windows and I turned up my music as loud as it could possibly go. And in that moment, I was like, okay, like, this is your time. Like, you have to go, dude. Like, it's not gonna get better. And then the whole time I was like, dude, like, I'm not perfect, but I swear, like, I'm a good person. And I was like, but as good as I am of a person, why do I go through the most shit? So I was driving. My windows were rolled down. My music was blasted all the way up. And it was like a sad song, of course. And I was like, I turned up the music so I wouldn't hear anything happen. I'm just so mad at myself that I let myself get to this point again. I mean, I'm okay now, you know, God is great. I'll never get to that point again. But I turned my music up all the way just to make sure that I couldn't hear anything. I was driving. There was no cars around me, but there was like buildings, of course, gas stations. And in my mind, I was just like, all you have to do is let go of the steering wheel and just see what happens. And I was ready. I started driving faster. I was probably going, I don't know, I was going pretty fast in the streets. And then that's when I closed my eyes, and then I opened them again really fast. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I cannot do this. And then I thought about what I was going through, and I was like, this is not gonna, I don't know what to do. So then as the time came where I was gonna close my eyes again and just let go of the steering wheel and just let my car go wherever it wanted to go, whether it was into a building, because it was like a very empty street. I was the only one on that street. And I was like, whether I go into a wall or something, like, it's not gonna end pretty, you know? But the music is all the way up, so I'm not gonna hear anything, right? So then as the time came where I was gonna close my eyes again and just keep them closed and let go of the wheel, I got nauseous out of nowhere. It was so weird. I got very, very nauseous. My windows were already rolled down. I literally spit outside of my window on the floor because I was like, my saliva was like building up. And I feel like I'm shaking right now, like talking about it. Like I felt like I was gonna puke. So I just spit out the window and I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, what am I doing? So then I drove as fast as I could to church before I even did anything stupid. I don't know how I made it to church. I ended up not closing my eyes for the second time and letting go of my steering wheel. I don't know what triggered me, but like I got nauseous, I spit, and I started shaking, and I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I have so much life left to live, dude. Like, and you guys aren't gonna believe me, but like the whole time I was thinking about my supporters. I was like, you don't stand for this. Like not that you guys need me, but I was like, what are they gonna do? Like, one day you're here and the next day you're gone? What, Salice Rose died? Like, you guys were the reason as to why I was like, dude, you can't do this. So I got to church and then I grabbed my phone and then I walk up to church. Mind you, like I said, it's closed already. Sorry if my makeup's smearing, guys. I barely have anything on, but it's probably gonna smear. I walk up to church, I have my phone in my hand. I still have a screenshot somewhere. I have to look for it, but that's not my concern right now. I sit in front of church. It's like, what, 10? I don't know. It's late. I start messaging random people I haven't talked to in a long time. And I was like, hey, like I was asking for help. And at that moment, no one was responding until like the next day. I was like, what do? I don't want to be a burden and ask someone for help. So I did something I've never done before. I grabbed my phone, I went on Google, and then I searched a hotline up. I called this hotline, and this guy answered. And for 7 minutes, I told him what was happening in my life and how I felt and that I needed help. And he was just listening and just being there. And in my mind, I was like, dude, like, you're really doing this right now. You're not okay. Then I get a call from my sister. And she was like, what's going on? I had to hang up with the hotline, and I told her what had happened. And my sister like just froze on the phone, and she was like, I need you to stay at church. Someone is gonna pick you up and you have to go to the hospital. And I was like, no, I'm fine. Like, I'm good. I called the hotline, I was feeling better. She was like, I need you to stay at church. I didn't. I grabbed my car and I drove myself to a hospital. I waited for someone else to arrive there, one of our family friends. And then when she finally got there, it was an urgent care that closed at 10:30. So it was already late. That night, I felt the weakest I've ever felt. I felt powerless. And then my sister called me like at 11 p.m. and she was asking me, she was like, Salice, blah, 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 blah. And it's like the way I was answering the questions, you would think that I was going crazy. She's like, what's wrong? And I was like, it's just like, it's cool, man. And she was like, what are you, Are you okay? And I was like, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? She was like, talk to me. Like, what do you don't make sense. And I was like, anyway. I literally lost my mind that night. I felt like I did. And I was not embarrassed because it's okay to feel that way. It's not okay to commit suicide, but your feelings are valid. I was so disappointed that I actually got to that point. I ended up going home. And then my father actually drove to my home, and he lives like hours away from me, like almost 5. And he drove. He was so worried. My family came. It was just like, I was so embarrassed because everyone knows that like Salice Rose is strong. I'm a strong person and no one can take that from me. But that night, like, I didn't know how to be strong anymore. So I was just embarrassed that like my dad had to drive all the way over here just to make sure I was okay. And he stayed with me all weekend. My family was there all weekend. No one left my side. Even when I was like in the shower, they were like, okay, whenever you get out, like we're here. That was the worst day of my life. Because for a split second, I lost myself. But I'm okay now, you know? By the grace of God, nothing happened that night. I regained my power. And the whole point of this video is to let you know that 1, you are not alone. And 2, even strong people get weak. When I tell you, besides my mother, I am the strongest woman that I know. Like, I mean, I'm the strongest woman that I know. I don't know how I go through all the stuff that I go through on a daily basis and how I'm still here and okay and sane. Not insane, I said and sane. Like, I'm still sane. You know, life is fucking hard. I'm not embarrassed so much because there's nothing to be embarrassed about. But when everyone in your family and the whole world and all of your friends sees you as the strongest person in the world and they're always reaching out to you like, hey, I need advice, hey, for their person to just be that weak is scary, you know? My mom called me crying. She was like, what's going on? What happened? I'm on my way. My sister was crying, my manager was crying, my father was crying. Like, just to think that that night I could have really lost my life is so mind-blowing, because I wouldn't be sitting here making this video right now. I just want you guys to know that it will get better, and it does get better. And I know that's so cliche, right? Like, you guys, I'm sure you hear that all the time. And it was so annoying when I was going through what I was going through. People were like, it's fine. You're gonna be okay. Just stay strong. And I know it's annoying to hear. You're like, whatever, you don't get it. But you're gonna be okay. And I want you guys to know, as alone as you may feel, you are not alone. So many times I felt alone. Unseen, unheard. But it always ends up being okay. I always tell that to people. I'm like, when has it ever not been okay? And I'm okay now. I'm more than okay. I'm strong. Like, I'm strong as hell. So, I just want you guys to know, without you guys even realizing it, without you guys even knowing about that night, you guys saved my life. Like, the thought of you guys, I was like, stop. Stop. And it wasn't me, the thought of me, because I was like, what? This is never gonna come to an end. Like, this is so depressing, what I'm going through. This is crazy. Like, so many things were happening in my life at that moment. I was like, oh my God. I have to go. I have to go. I can't. I've been so strong for so many years. I don't know how to be strong anymore. Like, I need help. I want you guys to know that you matter. You are so loved. And we all need you here. I'm speaking to you. You, the person looking at me through that screen right now, I'm speaking to you. We need you. And although you may feel alone, no matter what your circumstances are, or what your home looks like, or who lives in your home, or whatever, it's not like you picked to be here on this earth. God picked you. God picked you to be here. And in time, you'll realize as to why. I realized my reason. God is great. I realized that my past is horrible. It's just so bad. But I evolved. And I grew to be a woman that I fell in love with. I'm in love with myself. And my passion and my purpose on this earth is to save people. And I know that for a fact. It's to save people. It's to make people smile. It's to make people realize that they have a worth. And I have a lot to do left on this earth. My work here is not done. Not even close. So it took me like 19, 20 years to realize what my worth was and what my purpose on this earth was. So don't be down if you don't know yet. But just know that you were chosen. You are chosen. This is your time. And in great time, you're going to realize as to why you were chosen to be on this earth the way I did after so long. I want you guys to know that I'm not going anywhere. I don't care what else life throws at me. I'm sure it's going to throw a lot of stuff at me because I've already been through a whole lot of stuff as it is. Like, I feel like I can't catch a break. But I'm not going anywhere. Okay? I'm staying. I love you guys. And thank you guys for saving my life when you guys didn't even realize you saved my life. Just by you guys supporting me and creating this millions of people in this fan base and making me remember as to why I started this and as to why I'm not done here. You guys saved my life. And you guys made me feel loved when I forgot how to love myself. And I hope I can do the same for you guys. Please be strong. Please call a hotline, call a friend. You are not a burden if you ask for help. Don't feel like how I felt. Call someone, go to church, go pray, call a hotline. Don't drive when you're upset. Don't lash out when you're upset. Don't overdose, don't cut yourself. Don't even think about ending your life. Because you were chosen. And you are so needed and so loved. And so am I. Whether you don't hear it every day or you do. That's the truth. You were chosen. And we all have to stand together. Thank you guys for watching this video. And like, I really tried to not cry on camera. I'm surprised I didn't cry more on camera. I'm just trying to, again, be strong for you guys. Thank you guys for listening to me. Thank you guys for loving me. And thank you guys for accepting me and writing so hard for me and not leaving my side. And just know that everything I do is for you guys. Whether it's my Snapchats, my rants, my videos, my rants about how to, you know, be better, do better, it's gonna be okay. My stupid funny pictures on Instagram. Like, my memes. I do whatever I can to make you guys smile because I know what it's like to forget how to smile. Please promise me. I don't even care about a thumbs up on this video. I don't care if y'all subscribe or not. Just promise me that you guys are going to be strong no matter what. And if you feel weak, come back and watch this video and know that I felt like that too. Like, you're not alone. And it's okay to not be okay sometimes. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel weak. It's okay to feel helpless. It's okay to be broken all over the fucking floor and you have to pick yourself up somehow. It's okay to not be okay. But I promise you that it will be okay. I love you guys. I trust you guys. I believe in you guys. I support you guys. I'm proud of you guys. And I stand by all of you. I stand with you. And just know, for as long as I'm here, and God's here for eternity, okay? As long as God is here, you are never alone. Even if you physically and mentally and emotionally and spiritually feel like you're alone, you're not. I love you guys so much. And just thank you. Thank you for everything. And I am nothing without you guys. Just thank you. You guys saved me. And I hope that I saved you guys too. Or helped you guys. I love you. God bless. Thank you guys.